So your backup camera isn't working. There are several ways how this can happen. First of all, you can put your shifter in R and there is nothing. There is a black screen and nothing happens. Secondly, you can shift to reverse and you see the blue screen or the black screen. Thirdly, there can be a blurry image. So the image exists, you can see it, but you can't see any cars. It's just like something covering your camera. And the fourth option is that the work of your camera is unstable. So one time you put the shifter to the reverse and you see something in your back camera, and the other time you put your shifter in reverse and you see nothing. So let's think about the reasons why this can happen. The first reason why this can happen is your shifter assembly. And this is a really bad problem because you can't do anything to repair it on your own. So what actually happens is what you put your car in reverse, the car brain doesn't know about it. So your computers, your control modules don't know about that, don't know that you put it in reverse. How this can happen? In the shifter you have a lot of sensors, a lot of electronics, and when you put in reverse, these electronics tells your ECU and other computers in your car that the shifter is in R. And this is actually what triggers your backup camera. If the shifter assembly isn't working properly, it may still put your transmission in reverse, but it may not tell your infotainment system and your camera that your car is in reverse. So what happens if this is the reason? You go to a dealership or you go to a repair station and they fix this. One of the signs that the shifter assembly is faulty is that when you put in R, you don't see any reaction. So your music works, everything works, but the camera doesn't come on the screen. No. The second option is that wiring in your car may be faulty. So here you have a bunch of wires that go from your camera this way, and they go directly to your infotainment system. The common place where the problem may happen is here or here. So in this car it's quite complicated to take off this protection and to see what happens with the wires, but in many other cars you will not have this protection and you will see that the wires go bad because when you open and close the hatch a lot of times, these places can just rub and there will be really bad electrical contact. The reason number 3 is actually the camera. Let's look at the camera itself. You see, it can be not clean, and this is one of the really common things. What you need to do, you need to take some tissue and just wipe it. This will help if you have the blurry view. So your camera actually works, but you have very bad view. You don't see anything. If you clean it, maybe you will see something in this camera. And if this camera is broken, you will see the blue screen, black screen, or no reaction at all. And in this case, you will need to replace this camera. Actually, this is a DIY task in some cars, but for a lot of vehicles like my Honda CR-V and a lot of similar cars, you will still need to go to the dealership. This is not a DIY thing, and actually it will not cost you a fortune. And there is a myth that this problem with backup camera can happen because of the fuse. This is not true, because in 99% of cars there will not be any fuse for the camera itself. So you will have the fuse for the infotainment system, you will have the fuse for the screen, even not one fuse but sometimes 2 or 3 fuses. Usually they are located in the inside fuse box. So in this car it's near my left leg, and you can have access to this, but you need to check the fuse only in those cases when all the infotainment system doesn't work. Because how camera works, it just has one wire that is connected directly to the screen, to the infotainment system. It doesn't have any fuse, it doesn't have any fusible links in it, so you will just have a direct wire. This wire can be broken, I told you about that. This wire also can be damaged here in the infotainment system. Maybe the connection is lost, maybe there is some water damage, but again, taking this infotainment system off your car and looking at this wire is not something you can do on your own if you don't have any experience in car repair. So anyway, you will need to take it to the dealership. But now at least you know the reasons, and the dealership will not tell you that you need to change the entire infotainment system or something like that.